Hello, I am Lady Ash. Welcome to Life on Canvas, the podcast. This is where living your best life becomes the focal point. We will look at life from a positive perspective and explore tools and techniques that can help you to paint and create a fabulous picture of success for your life's portrait. Hit the subscribe button. Listen up. Let us find some creative solutions together. In this episode, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you who I am. My name is Shawn Ashman, AKA Lady Ash. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. I was born in the inner city, and I am here to share my stories with you of perseverance and persistence. These are not things that I read about in a book. I am sharing with you my life experiences, the truth about becoming somebody from being a nobody. Was born in a house with dirt as the floor, no running water, no electricity. But pretty soon I discovered art, and I used that as my motivation to imagine a different world, imagine a different space. And I basically just used that to cope with life and the learning challenges I had and the abuse that I went through to become who I am today. And everything didn't just drop in my lap and I became, fortunate or I became successful. I had to come up with creative ideas, creative ways to find solutions for my life. And that meant going to the police station to ask for a recommendation. That meant sitting down at UWI, even though I don't have the full tuition, to ask for a way to pay for my education. It meant working in an environment where I'm sabotaged and treated poorly to stand up for my career and for what I believe in as a person, to stand up for my values. Even though the tides are against me, I stood for what is right, and learn how to manage and to cope and to, find solution and ask for what I want. And, just to be disciplined, to be focused on life, to be focused on my goals and, to come up with strategies to cope and be who I am today. I have been through a whole lot living as a child, being exposed to a lot of things. And then as a young teenager, struggling to cope with poor social skills and insecurities. And then just moving on to university, living in the States for a while, being exposed to discrimination and racism, just didn't know those things existed. And, just finding creative ways as I went along to survive, to work on campus, to study under the street light when I was in high school, to just do whatever I needed to do, because in my head was a very clear picture of who I am, who I wanted to be. And I just needed to manifest that some way, somehow. So this show is really to get you to start thinking about your life from a totally different perspective. To take the bad things, the things that you find to be challenging as stepping stone into your greatness, to come up with ways and solutions to your everyday problem without having the necessary skills, money, education, whatever it is you think that's limiting you at this point in time. You can get through it, you can get over it, and you can come out so much better on the other side. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of discipline, persistence, and just grit. You just got to stick with it. And I always say, if I can't believe in myself, if I don't stick with me, if I don't stand up for me, if I don't show up for me, then nobody else will. And so I've been able to just do good at everything that I try to do. And sometimes persons only see the end result, but it takes a lot of persistence, perseverance, a lot of trial and error. But you just have to keep going. You just have to keep showing up for yourself. So every episode, I'm hoping to bring you value. I want you to walk away with something with a tool, with an anecdote, with something that can help you to move your life to the next level, to take the next step. So often we hear motivational speakers saying, oh, yes, you can do this. What you need to do is to change your life. And I know there are so many persons who said, who say to themselves, oh, how do I do that? What's the next step? Like, really? How? And that's where I am coming in here to fill that gap, to give you some techniques, to give you some tools, to show you the how. I have successfully built a business part-time for the last 10 years as an artist, and I have branched out in so many areas of art, doing additional training with art so that I can offer different things to different persons. And it took a lot of creativity, a lot of persistence, a lot of late nights to paint those paintings. But I am in my comfort zone in art, and I know what it's like to just feel that, oh, you're not good enough. But I've learned in my business that you just need to keep going and keep trying and just work at it, and it will come out just right. So I am a business coach. I am a personal coach, and I am just proud of the fact that I did not give up on myself, and want to encourage you not to give up on yourselves, to just find your strength. Just keep doing what you're doing. Try to be the best at what you do, and to just be encouraged. I have found myself in communities where I have been fully supported. My church community was one where I found truth that made me comfortable with what I believe and who I am as a person and my perception of God. I believe that God is, for me, my experience. If I can't relate to having an experience with God, then that's not my religion. My religion is what I believe to be true, what I know to be true. And I know that my God is real. I have seen miracles after miracles in my life, and it just came with knowing and believing that I am here for a purpose, and that God loves me, and that whatever I do, if I have an idea, a thought that comes through me, that means it can happen and it can manifest and it can come to life, because those ideas come from the divine, And so often we have an idea for a business, for a book, and we just didn't bother to follow through with it because, we fear, we believe that, we don't have the skills, and our limiting beliefs keep us in a box. But then we see somebody else doing the same thing, and you go, what? That's my idea. And, it's really not. God gave you the idea. If you wanted to work it, you should have. And so he'll put it in somebody else. So just believe in God. I just want to share my faith with you. I'm not talking about religion here. I'm just talking about the belief in a supreme being of good and grace and love and joy. And I just, work and live through that space of possibilities, creativity, and just believe in whatever I do, and just keep believing in myself. So I am so excited about this podcast. I know that I am probably going to listen back to this several years down the road and say, oh, Shawn, listen to you. You sound like a little rookie. But guess what? I have to start somewhere. I'm so happy that you are here to support me on this journey. I'm super excited. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening. Tell somebody about the podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.